Hey everybody, Brandon here with Outdoor Home for the Stay at Home live cooking show. We are doing some fillets, some bacon wrapped fillets today, and I've already got this going. Doing this a little bit different method than the last time we cooked steak. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the reverse sear method where we cook really slow and then we finish them off in a hot flame. But fillets are a lot more forgiving in the tenderness department, and we're in a little bit of a hurry today. And also wanted to do something that was a little less time consuming and just a little simpler. So I have two things going here. We have, of course, the fillets, and I'm going to grab our big green egg Dutch oven here, show you what we got in here. Yes, I'm using Mickey Mouse pot holders. I don't know if you can see this. We are cooking up some mini golden potatoes tossed in a little olive oil, thyme, rosemary. I mixed up a little bit of paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, and threw that in there with them. Just tossed them up in a bowl. We've had this on at 425 for just about 30 minutes now or so. And I'm actually delivering this meal to a family member who kind of is stuck inside. And so I'm going to make use of the Dutch oven. And what's nice about these big green egg Dutch ovens is that you can actually um, use this as a lid, turn it over this way, or you can use it as a separate serving dish. So what we're going to do, so it's nice and easy for me to drop that off, is once the steaks are done at the internal temperature we want them, we're going to just put them in here, wrap it in foil, one easy thing to carry, drop it off, and we're good. Drop it off at the door. So we should be about another 5 minutes on the steaks. I've got them at sitting at about 90 degrees internal temperature. So I picked these up for super cheap. They're like $4 a piece. Bacon wrap just at the grocery store. Seems like there's some really good deals on that kind of meat right now. Just a choice fillet, but by doing them indirect, and you may have seen them, I'm doing there on the top rack. Um, what you're going to get is you're not going to get that hot spot. You're not going to get that scorching where you have different levels of doneness. It's going to be more of an even cook. And because we're doing it at 425 degrees, I probably won't sear them off on the flame, the smaller egg that we normally use, because they're going to be just fine. I also put a kind of a crusty seasoning on them. We use the blackened seasoning again from Jeff Pryles, the Hardcore Carnivore. Love that stuff right now. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Either way, if you're stuck at home and you want to try some new seasonings, you want to try some new stuff, we're making deliveries at Outdoor Home. Just call up. We can either get what you need in the store, run it out to you, or you can come up to the curbside there and we'll load it in for you. Or if you want to do a private appointment where there's not a bunch of people around, we are being safe. We're quarantining and we can set up sort of a private one-on-one appointment for you in the store if you need to look at anything bigger. So super big fan of the big green egg Dutch oven. I got this about a year ago and I'm enamored with it. I actually bought a second one. That's how much I use it. We use it just as much inside as we do outside, but it's built from big green egg, sturdy cast iron. You can get it super hot, very, very. I'm not going to touch it now because it's 400 degrees, but it's very, very hard. It's like an enameled cast iron. One of those things you'll have forever if you invest in one. I think it's about $150. But man, I've cooked cobbler in it. We've cooked pie. We've cooked cookies. We've done pasta dishes in it. It's great for keeping things warm. It's super thick, so it's a very good insulator. But it will withstand the flame of the direct grill. I've done breakfast with the top part, cooked eggs in there, and then thrown potatoes in the bottom. You can cook it all in one unit. Great for traveling, throwing stuff in there and taking it to maybe a barbecue or a party. So can't recommend that enough. And right now it's gonna serve as all three of those things. So we're checking our potatoes here. I'm actually gonna go grab a little fork and see how done they are. They should be about done. When we're done here, I'll I'll break the rules and cut open one of these steaks so you can see how we did it on the inside. Now I'm going for about 130 degrees internal temperature. If you were cooking for me, I'd probably go more like 125, but on a fillet, especially if they're going to sit for a minute, that'll be a nice good center, medium rare. And let's see how done these are just by sticking a fork in them. Oh yeah, very tender. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. These cool a little bit. Man, if you could smell it right now, it's crazy good herb smell. Just olive oil, cut the potatoes in half. We'll put these on down here because it's pretty hot. It's actually going to cook them a little faster down here. Maybe get a tiny bit of searing action. And you can see that blackened seasoning has made a perfect like crust on top. If you had more time, if I had more time, I might fire up my mini max or pull the convector out of here and crank this up a little hotter to get a super thick bark on them, but not necessary for the mission today. The only other thing I might do is throw them in a cast iron pan inside. That'll give them a little crust as well. So these are still sizzling. We want them to stay warm. Sorry about that. Our live video quit there for a second, but we're back with you. We should have these steaks just about at temperature. I'm looking for about 130. Is that done? We'll let those finish off. So super simple. I mean, I think with the fan, I had the grill going in about 10 minutes. Um, the potatoes took me 3 or 4 minutes to cut up and toss in olive oil. You could also throw some garlic in there, some fresh chopped garlic. You could throw a little butter in there. I've done them with onions as well before. Um, and again, you could do that inside. Today, we're trying to do everything we possibly can outside because that's what it's all about. Hope you guys are enjoying time with your family, finding new adventures. If you haven't seen, if this is the first video you've seen, we are sending out a weekly digest of all the outdoor home cooking shows that we do. And man, if you've never tried pork shoulder, if you've never tried ribs, if you've never tried spatchcock chicken, that's all coming up, or we've already done it. You can hit outdoorhome.com and find the portal for all that. But we are committed to cooking with you guys, to celebrating outdoors, to having fun, to taking advantage of this time where we're all stuck at home. And what better way to do it with a big green egg? Another thing we're going to have coming up, dates to be determined, is sort of a live furniture show, a live in-store show. So if you don't have time to get out or you can't get out right now and come see us, we're going to do basically an experience inside Outdoor Home, and that'll be your chance to kind of ask questions live, get your own version of a tutorial with our Outdoor Home experts. And if you want to spruce up your backyard and just didn't want to delay that till this is all over, we can make it happen for you. We can do it completely online. We can do face-to-face video appointments. We can even maybe show you some swatches of all the materials you could order for your outdoor furniture. And just because we're at home does not mean we have to forget about the outdoors and we forget about our space. And what better time to enjoy it? So stay tuned for that. If you have any cooking ideas, things you'd like to see us cook that maybe you've never tried or you've tried and messed up, post them in the comments here or send us an email on the Outdoor Home website. I believe it's info@outdoorhome.com, and we'll go to work for you. We're keeping the meat departments busy with our daily demos. If there's a seasoning or a product you're curious about, if there's a result you're trying to get out of your grill you're having trouble with, that's what this is for. We're here just like we have always been, and Bev and RD are going to be doing some cooking for you guys too at their place. So all hands on deck to live the outdoor life. Let's see how we're doing on temperature. Now, a couple other things you may have noticed. We're sitting at 450, which is that's about as high as I like to cook a steak, especially if it's not indirect. Um, Unless I've got like an 1800-degree broiler or something. Um, excuse me. But we have the new Big Green Egg vent. I'm going to go wrong on the name. I know there's an official name for it, but it's the new vent system, and kind of like the old vent system here that I have on the oh that I have on the Mini Max. Um, so while it's great technology, one of the things about it is when you open it, it always goes to full open, and if you forget about that, you can come back, 5 minutes later, and your grill's 100 degrees hotter. So the new system here. Turn the camera around. The new system here has got like a spring action to it, so it stays put. So when I open the grill, it just stays right where it is, and it's also I think it's a little more easy to get a precise opening and a precise reading. Also has a little cap here. If you're not under an awning, you can put a little rain cap on it. So good advancements. We're sitting to get it 425. I actually cranked it up around 550. Put the convector in with the expander and just dropped it all in. That usually drops the temperature about 100 degrees, and we're ready to go. So I'm sitting at about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter open on the bottom vent. For those of you that haven't mastered your vent settings yet, and these are looking perfect. Right at right at the internal temperature we want. Come over a little bit. Juice. I'm gonna just set these right on here, and they're gonna be ready for safe transport to our final destination. So guys, all in, that was 30, 45 minutes for maybe a better dinner than you could buy anywhere in town. Maybe especially right now. We love our friends in the restaurant business, but when we can't go see them, doesn't mean we can't eat well. So that's it for you. Let me show you a final product here. My Mickey Mouse gloves. We have golden potatoes. We'll mix that with a little bread, maybe some dinner rolls, tossed in herbs. And we have bacon wrap fillets. And I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. We'll pull one out and I'll show you what the center looks like. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Pink to pink edge, little crust. As it cools down, it'll even retain a little bit of its tenderness, and not a bad way to have a meal. Guys, thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next Outdoor Home, Stay at Home live cooking show.